Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another reading. Here on Abby the Witch, I do tarot card readings among other witchy and alternative things. If you are new, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate your support. And if you are a returning subscriber, I also really appreciate your support and I appreciate you coming back. Here today, we're going to be doing another tarot card reading and I'm very excited. I haven't done a tarot card reading here on YouTube in a little while. Very excited. I think today what we're going to be doing is a path and obstacle spread. I think I've done that on my IGTV back in the day, but I'll kind of explain that here in just a little bit. Also wanted to give some shout outs. I think what I'm going to start doing in every video is giving at least 2 shout outs to other smaller channels and accounts just like myself. I really wanted to shout out Lennan Smith. She is another witch here on YouTube and on Instagram. She's really cool. She considers herself a wind witch, among other things, of course. Like most witches, we pull from all kinds of things. She is so cool. She's a breath of fresh air. Very neat lady. Go check her out. She recently actually did a 10 witchy things she doesn't really do, kind of like what I did not too long ago on here. Go check her out. And then the other account I really wanted to shout out was the Ratchet Empath. She is so cool. She does tarot card readings as well. She does more astrology than I do, but her Aries and Taurus readings, I'm kind of an Aries-Taurus cusp. Taurus cuspy when it comes to my sign. And hers are always like spot on. She is very good at what she does and she's really cool, and her earrings are always on fleek. Like, she has the coolest earrings. But anyway, go check out those 2 ladies. They're very cool and I really suggest going to check them out. Anyway guys, let's get started. So I have 3 decks here today. This is going to be a doozy. This is probably going to be a long one, but that's okay. That's okay. Our first deck here is represented by the Apatite Stone. It is a really pretty turquoisey, orangey. It almost just reminds me of the earth. It has like bluish, greenish, and brown. I almost put it up to the second view. As you can see, I got rid of my second view. I didn't think it was doing much good. It didn't look very good, and I just got rid of it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put in pictures, like bird's eye view pictures if you need to see something. Anyway, I got rid of that. If you really miss it and really want it back, let me know, but I don't think anyone's gonna miss it. So anyway, first deck is Apatite. Second deck is Clear Quartz, okay? And our third deck is represented by Adventure Team, okay? So I'll insert a picture here above. What I need you to do is just get yourself grounded, right? If that means meditating for a second, if that means taking some breaths. I do some candle gazing to get me grounded. I ask for protection from my guides. Whatever you need to do to get yourself centered, okay, and clear-minded, do that. Don't pick blindly, but also don't think on it too much. Just pick the one deck that resonates the best with you, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with the Adventure Team, or I'm sorry, the Apatite deck, the first one. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with deck number 1, our Apatites. I get my Apatite and Adventure Team mixed up sometimes. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So the path and the obstacle spread is a very short spread, still a spread nonetheless. It shows it's very similar to the last reading I did down here, actually, the 3-card situational deck. It shows your current path, and then it shows obstacles that you've been having on top of that, okay? Pretty enlightening, might bring some stuff to light for you, okay? Three of Hearts. Okay, that's your path. Or I'm sorry, not 3 of Hearts, 3 of Swords. And 4 of Swords. Okay. That's a little troubling, group 1. Suit of Swords definitely typically means hardship, turmoil, but moving on and growing from that. So not always a bad thing, but just hard. So the Three of Swords definitely represents devastation, pain. Three of Swords. The crow watches his partner flying away. The Three Swords puncturing the heart represent the pair of crows and the issue that resulted in the separation. The Three of Swords represents a time of sadness and loss. However, without sorrow, we would never understand true happiness, and without loss, we would never appreciate all we have. There is no avoiding the sadness indicated by the Three of Swords, but this situation also offers a valuable life lesson, one that is essential for growth. This card asks that you take steps to learn how to heal your heart and your soul. Okay, so definitely, like I said, this is a card of pain and it's sorrow, right? It definitely comes up to remind you that yes, you are on, like, this is part of your path right now, right? This is a step in your path that, yes, you're going to come across pain and sorrow, but it's not permanent. And this is a reminder to look at your situation, your current situation, and to remember that this is an opportunity for growth, right? This is an opportunity to learn and to move on, right? Let's look at what some obstacles you've been having going down this hard path. I mean, that's a hard enough obstacle in itself, the current situation that you're in. Four of Swords. I'm looking at the wrong book. I have so many books. Okay, so the Four of Swords usually comes up to remind us that we need to slow down and give ourselves time to reflect, right? There is a reason. I think it's so interesting that you got Three and Four of Swords because they go so well together. The Three of Swords represents chaos, sadness, turmoil, pain, right? And it gets brought up to remind us that, yeah, it doesn't last forever, but yes, what you're going through right now is very, very painful, okay? Now, the obstacle that you have is the Four of Swords, and that shows up to remind us to slow down and to take care of ourselves. That shows up to remind us that we need to be reflective and we need to look inside ourselves and give ourselves that love and that compassion and that reflection, right? I feel like what that means right now is whoever or whatever broke your heart, whether it be a person or a situation, you really need to stop necessarily reflecting on that. Stop thinking about that person or that situation, okay? Because it's really making you even more sad. And it's really making you even more mentally exhausted. So what you need to do is stop that. Take advantage of that opportunity, just like the Three of Swords does tell you to do, okay? Take advantage of the opportunity to be like, okay, wait a minute. Why am I letting this get to me? I'm going to stop thinking about that person and that situation and start loving myself and working on myself and giving me that time of reflection, right? Maybe it's kind of bringing these cards getting brought up too to remind you that shadow work is important, okay? Stop reflecting and thinking about other people and other things and start thinking about yourself. Right? Start facing those emotions. Why did that trigger me? Why did that make me so sad? Why did that break my heart? Right? Why am I struggling getting over this? Why am I obsessing over this and thinking about this? So, you know, and I used to be like this too. You know, what did I do wrong? What was it that I did that? No. Okay? It's not you. And stop connecting yourself to why that person left you or why that situation hurt you. Okay? Don't worry about that. That person or that situation is gone. Use that as an opportunity to help yourself grow. Use that as an opportunity to do some shadow work. Use that as an opportunity to heal. Okay? Why is that getting to me? Why am I so hurt? Why am I not growing? Why am I stagnant? and pain and sobbing over this. Okay? These cards definitely got brought up for a reason. They're in order. Girl, I edit this. You don't see me, but I shuffle these cards a lot. So when they come out in order like this, it's a reason, right? You're in a tough situation right now. You're hurt, you're mad, you're sad, you're upset. Okay? It's not forever though. Stop getting so hung up about it and use it as an opportunity to let yourself grow. Face those emotions, okay? Why am I feeling this way? Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. Face it. Okay? Face your triggers. Why? Do some shadow work, group 1, okay? I do want to get an oracle card out before I keep rambling. Okay, further clarification, message of the theme. Let's see, what did you get? You got camel. Trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you, okay? Yes, you have the ability, okay? You have the ability to get through your current situation. Don't dwell on it. Don't cry about it. It's okay for a little while, but don't hold on to it. Let it go and use it as an opportunity to grow. You have the resources to do that, okay? You have the resources to do that. You have the ability to work on your shadow self, face those inner demons, and grow from this situation, okay? You have the resources to do it. You have the ability to do it. Do it. Trust yourself. You are the resource in this situation, really. Trust yourself, okay? Your resource is yourself. You have the ability to look into your shadow self, okay? And get through this situation and be even stronger than you were before. You really, really do, okay? All right, group 1, I really hope you enjoyed that reading. Let's move on to group 2. All right, group 2 are our clear quartz. Let's go ahead and get started with you guys. Woo! Okay. 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 This looks like a pretty good one, group 2. The Knight of Pentacles fell out. When I think of the Knight of Pentacles, I think of like guarding his resources, right? Almost possessive. Let's see. The Knight signifies efficient hard work. It indicates consistency and committing to achieving one's goals, okay? The Knight signifies efficient hard work. It indicates consistency and commitment to achieving one's goals, okay? So yes, the Knight is very dedicated to its work, committed to its hard work, okay? Committed to achieving its goals. And like I said, it almost guards, you can see he almost guards his pentacle, right? He's holding it and he almost guards it. Almost any knight in any of the suits, I almost picture as like guarding it, right? But yes, very dedicated, very, very, very hardworking. I feel like I get the sense right now, group 1, that you're kind of on the path of working on something. You're very, very dedicated to it, and you're almost like protective over it. Like you're like almost maybe get a little defensive maybe if someone tries to like critique it or something. You might get a little, not hostile, but maybe a little sensitive about it. Definitely very hardworking though. You're on track with something. You're trying to achieve some kind of goal, okay? Now, your obstacle looks like a 6 of Cups, okay? Very cute picture. Suit of Cups tends to be very much associated with the water element. and emotions, feelings. The 6 represents nostalgia and longing for a familiar and happy past, and encourages using memories to affect the present. Okay, so yeah, feelings, right? You have these longing feelings. I'm almost getting the sense, group 2, that you've been working so hard right now, you almost feel, it almost makes me think of, okay, I was about to say someone and I don't want to say that. You're very hardworking right now. You are on this path and you are determined. This one pentacle is like your one goal and you are guarding it and you are working and driving your way towards it, which is a good thing, but it's almost gotten to the level where it's kind of unhealthy, or maybe to the point where you are daydreaming about easier days. Okay. And that's kind of been like your challenge with this. I feel like your challenge has been, oh God, it used to be so much easier. Excuse me. It used to just be so much easier. It's almost like a grass is greener situation, right? But I always tell people that nostalgia is a seductive liar. Nostalgia can be a very seductive liar in that, yes, we might daydream about the good old days, right? When we are younger, but if you really think about it, there's a reason that we're not doing the same things we used to do in the past, right? There's a reason we have to move on and grow and do things differently, okay? So if you are hung up right now with work or with a solo project or whatever you're doing, whatever, okay? And you're thinking about your daydreaming in the past, I would try to steer away from that, okay? Just because what you're doing right now might not be fun or good for you, just because what you're doing right now might not be fun necessarily, I would not gravitate or go back to how you used to do things, because like I said before, there is a reason. Sorry, my cat's over there doing something. There is a reason that we don't do the things we used to do, right? Be careful being nostalgic. It's okay to like, oh, catch up with old friends. Oh, remember that one time we, XYZ. That's okay. But don't fawn over the past like it was ideal, right? That's toxic, and it's really not going to get you anywhere. It's just going to keep throwing you back in the past. You want to move forward and be progressive, especially, especially if you have a goal that you're trying to obtain, that you're supposed to be thinking forward, okay? Don't think past. That's not healthy, okay? Nostalgia is a seductive liar. Again, it's okay to have memories. Memories are precious, right? But obsessing over them and yearning for them, I guess is the word, for those old times, it's not good. It's not good. Try to be excited for the future, right? And if you're feeling stagnant right now and you're like doing nothing but work, mix things up a little bit, right? Maybe mix things up, like put something new in your workspace, or get yourself a new office chair, or maybe give yourself 5-minute breaks every once in a while, or do something to mix it up, right? If you are trying to achieve your goal and you feel like you've been doing nothing but drive, mix it up, right? Or give yourself a break. I don't have time for a break. Yes, you do. Make time for a break. Self-care isn't always... Self-care, lots of times is discipline, guys. People think that self-care means that you go take a nap, or self-care means drink a bottle of wine, and sometimes it can be that. Sometimes it needs to be things like that. But lots of times, guys, self-care is discipline, okay? You need to make the time to do these things, okay? There are sometimes at night where I'm like, I need to do a spiritual shower, because my form of self-care, right? It's doing spiritual baths or showers. That's one thing I do for self-care. But I might be too tired. I'm like thinking, I'd rather just go to bed. I'd rather just lay here and watch YouTube. It's like, no, I need to make the time to do these things. Why? Because I know in the long run, I'll feel better, and it's better for my mind, body, and spirit. Okay? In the long run, it's better for me. Okay? It might not feel great setting everything up to take a spiritual bath, right? Because that's work, that's discipline. But when it comes down to it, it's better for me. Okay? Or like going out and taking a run or working out. Like that's a good example too. That's self-care, but that's discipline. Okay? It's not always something that we want to do, but you need to do it. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is, if you find yourself daydreaming about the past, you probably need to mix things up because you're feeling bored in the present, okay? Try to make time for those breaks, right? Like I said, self-care can be discipline. Or you can even, I sometimes physically write down lists of things that I'm excited for in the future, right? Try manifesting things in the future too. That will make you more excited. Try being more future and present thinking, right? You can be present thinking, why am I working so hard to do this? Why am I doing this? Okay, don't think about how much easier it used to be. Think about why you're doing this presently, right? What's the point of you sitting here working really hard and getting this done? What's the point? Remind yourself of that. Okay, be present. And remind yourself of how this can affect your future. What's the big deal about doing this when it comes to your future? How is this going to affect you? I don't know. I think nostalgia can be a little dangerous, right? So be careful daydreaming that much, okay? Let's do an oracle card. You got the Boar. Face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you will emerge victorious. Face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you will emerge victorious. Exactly, okay? You cannot keep daydreaming and avoiding the present, okay? You are in the present. Stop daydreaming and being nostalgic. Face your current problems, okay, with confidence and courage. You got this. You've come this far. Again, remind yourself, why are you working? You're a badass. You're working on this goal. You're working so hard right now. Okay? Remind yourself of that. Use that confidence and that courage to face your issues right now. Again, do you need more self-care? Do you need to remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing in the present and how it will affect your future? What's going on? Face those problems. Don't avoid them and daydream and think about the past. Don't do that. Okay? And as soon as you face these present, current problems, group 2, you're going to come out way stronger. Kind of similar to group 1. Like, it might not be as deep as shadow work. Definitely not as deep. But I feel like you're just like sick of all the hard work you're doing right now. You're tired of it. Okay? So you're avoiding it by thinking about the past. And you need to be thinking more presently. And eventually you'll come out victorious. For sure, okay? The boar, the pig. No joke, all right? Okay, group 2, we're gonna move on to the last group. All right, last but not least, we have group 3 with our adventure team. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, upside down panther. And you got the otter. You got the otter. And it's technically, yeah, it was upside down. Otter was upside down. Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's look at your panther. All right, so your path is the panther. It's upside down. Annihilation of the unnecessary, purging. The panther won't stand to see our growth or energy stagnant. Instead, it pounces into our lives and causes all kinds of havoc with the ultimate intention of bringing us towards more fulfilling lives. It's unexpected, uncomfortable, and sometimes feels devastating, but after all the dust clears, it's easy to see the panther's wisdom at work. We've all been through these experiences, and they made us better people. Trust that the panther's journey always leads to a brighter place. So when you're in balance, you're brave and productive, but when you're out of balance, you're self-destructive. And to bring into balance, you need to get rid of the unnecessary. Okay. So what I'm feeling like right now, guys, my upside down panthers, is that you're kind of almost the opposite of group 2, only in the sense that you're trying to figure something out, but you're kind of all over the place and you're doing things that are unnecessary. Okay? When the panther is in balance, he pounces and you get shit done. Okay? The panther is upside down right now. So I feel like you're being very self-destructive and that you're not being very efficient. You're kind of all over the place right now and you're not really achieving anything. You're trying to, but you're kind of all over the place. And honestly, you guys, when the panther is out of balance, not only are you kind of all over the place right now and you're not doing yourself any favors, it's for the better good, right? It's for the best, because you're going to come out of this as like, oh, that's what I should be doing right now, right? So I feel like group 3, it's a little bit chaotic for you right now. Maybe it seems that things are a little bit overwhelming. Maybe you don't really know where to start, or maybe you have all this energy, but it's kind of like it said, stagnant, and you don't really know how to channel it. Okay? So I feel like the path that you're on right now is kind of figuring out how to channel your energy and where to go, what to do, right? You're feeling a little out of sorts. Okay? There is a lot of things you can do to kind of figure out maybe your place. I feel like it's even for some of you, it's as deep as knowing what your place is, right? You're kind of figuring out what maybe even what your calling is. But you have all this energy, you have all this power or something inside of you, right? But you're just not channeling it. You don't really know what to do with it. And maybe you're doing something that you love, but there's just something else that doesn't seem, I don't know, like you need more or something. And maybe it seems a little chaotic and overwhelming right now, but maybe there's just something that's just kind of like poking at you like, hey, you should be doing something with your energy. Okay? And that's interesting. I think that's interesting too, that you got the upside down otter. Because the upside down otter, the otter is childlike. I've said this a million times. The otter is childlike, loves to be fun, just very almost like whimsical. I can read it, but when it's upside down, yeah, I feel like it's stagnant. It's stagnant, doesn't really do much, doesn't do any favors for itself. So I think that might be what be the challenges that you're faced with right now, is that you're kind of just like at a standstill right now. You don't really know what to do with yourself, right? For some of you. Let's look up otter. Otters, unobstructed joy, playfulness, and contentment, right? Perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck, the otter represents absolute bliss. Otter energy is the playfulness of a child, available to us at any age. They have a giddiness and reverence for life itself, without the presence of doubt, worry, or skepticism. Imagine yourself with a little more otter energy. What would life look like? What would it take to bring you there? So I feel like you're definitely asking yourself these questions right now, right? With the Panther energy upside down. It's like, I don't know what to do with all my energy. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to channel it. What would it take to bring you there? The Otter card begs these questions and wants to transport us to that precious place as soon as possible. The celebration awaits. So when you're in balance, you're full of love and you need nothing. When you're out of balance, though, you're gloomy, sighs, and makes silly excuses. Right, I forgot that the out of balance otter makes silly excuses because like the Panther was saying, when it's out of balance, it's doing things that are unnecessary, right? You might have an excessive amount of watching YouTube, or you might have an excessive amount of maybe just sitting and not really doing anything productive. Maybe you have an excess of avoiding how you could organize your energy or your potential, right? You're just avoiding knowing how to or learning how to channel that or how to use it, right? To bring into balance, you need a dance party or a celebration, okay? So definitely I almost feel like you're in the dark right now. Like you just don't know how to channel, not in the dark necessarily like in a negative, horrible place. In the dark, like you're kind of like blinded. Like you don't know what to do or where to go, right? But it'll happen soon, okay? It'll happen soon. That Panther pounces in on you and you'll know what to do with it. You'll know what to do with that energy. The challenges you've been facing, I feel like you have been feeling a little like, not like I said, not super dark and sad and depressed, but a little gloomy, a little stagnant, you know, and you might be making a lot of silly excuses. You're doing things that are unnecessary. The Panther and the Otter, man, like you're making silly excuses. Stop. You're avoiding thinking about how you could be doing better, how you could be channeling your potential, your energy, okay? Maybe you need to evoke some more childlike energy that with it comes imagination, right? Be more imaginative. What could my potential bring to me, right? You know, you're kind of in the dark right now. You don't know what to do with yourself. Don't quite know what to do with yourself. And I feel like maybe you feel like you should be doing something else. Not like totally, maybe for some of you it's completely changed your life altogether, but for some of you I have a feeling that it's just, you feel like you're not meeting your full potential and you're kind of avoiding it. Don't avoid it. Like, yeah, again, like it might take some work, but you can do it, right? And spark that inner otter. Spark that inner otter by laughing and being playful and imaginative, right? Let's do an oracle draw. All right. Oh, you got the cardinal. The polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance. So do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium, okay? So your physical and your spiritual are not lined up, right? Again, I feel like you're not really thinking about your potential and what you could be doing, right? You really need to not ignore that and do whatever it takes. Again, I really feel like for you finding that inner otter, but doing whatever it takes to find that inner otter and bring it back into balance, right? Again, being imaginative, being playful, being giddy, laughing, right? But yeah, you guys are just being stagnant right now and you're ignoring what you could really be bringing to the table. I feel like you could really, you got more you can offer. Why not? Do it. Okay? I mean, the cardinal's definitely right. You are out of balance. Both of your cards are out of balance. Okay? spiritual and physical, out of balance. You need to line them back up, get with it, baby, okay? And realize what you can do, okay? And you won't be in the dark for that much longer if you do those things, right? All right, guys. Well, that was a great reading. It feels good to come back on here and do some more spreads for you guys. Really hope that you enjoyed it. If you would like more clarification, comment down below. Maybe I can help you out. Also, I really appreciate you guys' support. And I really hope that you enjoyed what you saw here today. I also have an Instagram. I do readings sometimes over there. Also on my IGTV, Abby the Witch, just like it is here. And until next time, guys, I hope you stay well. Thank you. Bye.